I've just been to see The Science of Sleep by, is it Michel or Michael Gondry? Where we're currently actually struggling to find a bad point about it, so you know we're going to kind of improvise that towards the end of the review, I think.
Yeah, to make it up.
Yeah. There are far too many interesting little vignettes of other people's lives, and it's really just about one guy. But I think if you had to like be really boring and sum it up, you'd say it's about a guy's time in his old kid's room. It is. It's about a guy who has to move back into his old kid's room, and all the weird. Can we swear?
Yeah.
All the weird shit that goes on in his head around that time. Sorry. I thought the visual style of it was really, really, it was really beautiful. It was a really lovely crafted film. I think even if you thought the story in itself was either too sentimental or perhaps even a bit too surreal, I feel you could take like younger members, not very young members of the family, but like I'd feel quite at ease maybe taking a gran or an aunt who might not necessarily be into arty films to go see it, just because it is beautifully crafted, and I don't think that there are many people who couldn't see that and enjoy it.
And there's a lot of recycling cardboard boxes.
Exactly.
Which,
yeah.
It's good for everyone.
Yeah, definitely. It's a bit of a fling back to making forts when you're about 6 years old.
Yeah.
And you know, if anyone can't enjoy a movie about that, then I think they've got bigger problems than the fact they've just spent their time watching it.
It's really it really does seem like really DIY filmmaking, because even though they might have intentionally like put the cardboard boxes with the names on, so it looks like they've just picked it out from somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, it looks like something that you would do as a kid. Or,
it looks really genuine, but not shoddy. Because I think a lot when you think of a lot of DIY films, you think you could maybe see bits peeling off, and it's just it's not convincing. But that's why I kind of think it's just really well crafted. It looks genuine. It looks homemade. It doesn't feel like you've had a board of Hollywood directs going and saying, we'll have cardboard, the kids will love it.
And even when you had like the animation with the actors like in the background, it never looked, it didn't seem out of place. No. It seemed really...
It does make you feel a bit bad about your childhood though, that you couldn't actually make such a good DIY city out of, you know, toilet rolls.
Speak for yourself.
Sorry that I didn't have the charm there.
It definitely compares to some of his earlier works. We've all seen Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and is it fair to say it's like a unanimous decision that there's some pretty strong links, like thematically, visually? Difficult to think of bad points. I think it would be prudent to say maybe we could think of bad points with hindsight, maybe.
I'm sure there's someone that wouldn't like the film.
Yeah.
I think we're just not one of them people. If she didn't like the film, I think you really would hate it.
I do think it's definitely an acquired taste. Maybe if we had like a bit of a broader demographic rather than, you know, teenagers who are all interested in media and animation and just seeing something a bit interesting. But I think some people would just be like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I think if you were out just for a movie that has a beginning, a middle, and an end and makes perfect sense, then you're just probably not going to enjoy it that much. And you know, I'd say of all the films of that kind of genre where they're a little bit out there, it would be one of the kind of easier ones to try your hand at.
I think it helps if you've seen some of his work as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to go watch it again now.
Yeah, I'm going on Friday.
I think you'd have to say give it a go, because even if it's not your usual cinema fare, you know, it might open up doors. You know, even if you've not heard of Michel Gondry before, it might open up doors to you, just to find out one other things. Like I'm going to go find out about Russian animation now.
I think you should try and con one of your friends who doesn't really know about that kind of thing to go see it and just watch your expression while they're watching.
Because you've got to think how many people went to see Eternal Sunshine just for Jim Carrey, and then
we're shocked to find that he wasn't pulling stupid faces throughout it.
So take someone who's not used to it and just watch the bemused face.
I'd also recommend it to girls who are desperate to take their boyfriend to a chick flick, but don't want him to feel don't want him to be direly bored throughout.
Yeah.
I think it's nice in that way, and that it doesn't seem particularly aimed at any particular gender, any particular age.
Yeah. It steers away from cheese.
Yeah. For a cheese-free movie, go see The Science of Sleep.